think it's going. Now we'll find out that you're like 10 times louder than I am.
So I shouldn't adjust my volume right now, is what you're saying.
Actually, I can already tell you're louder than I am.
I'm a loud person, though, so.
But since like you're the only thing in the music coming in.
Oh, you're like live.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear myself. Let me turn that down. All right. Hi, everybody.
We'll get there.
No, I'm just teasing you.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a link. A video URL. You recognize the map?
I do recognize the map. Is this the map we're working on?
No.
Nice.
Announcement. Making screen. Tagged you.
Just tagged you in it.
Wow. Teamwork. All right, so
Scrat can be louder. Hi, Glee.
well, that's a good point. I don't even have my chat. Where's my chat?
Oh, we're so ready for tonight.
Yeah. Rat, be
Yo,
louder. I don't want
Hey,
to be louder.
Cephas. How's it going, buddy?
That's one of yours, isn't it?
That's Cephas, you're one of mine. Yeah, he's one of our supporters.
Okay.
He's awesome. He actually plays in a DC 20 campaign on Wednesday nights.
Well,
Having some fun with that.
Glee, am I still infinitely quieter than Mr. Jacob?
So possessive, he says. I mean, I'll share. You can like and I belong to no one.
Bloody old pack.
Hey, you're welcome. Cephas, you're welcome to sub to the Scrat. Oh, I just realized that you're not on camera, are you, Scrat? Yeah, you are.
No,
There's a squirrel.
There's the squirrels up there lighting up because you.
So everybody's gonna think it's just me. No.
Yeah, yeah. They know what goes on over here.
Yeah.
All right, touch louder. Say, I don't know. I got to get with Dan and figure out how he does all his audio stuff. Gets it in different channels and whatnot.
He pays my wife. No, I'm just kidding. No, he presets it all. He does all the hard work. My wife just sits there and plays with the knobs to make sure everything's good while we're running.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan from Avenue Studios is awesome at that stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay.
He's...
So we could work on some maps for the Nuts campaign.
Yeah.
It would have to be stuff that's spoiler free or whatever. So like general kind of places that don't have any secrets in it because some of the Nuts players are probably going to be watching. Or we can make a generic dungeon or something else. We can roll up a random table.
I feel like you're asking me. So Tales from Elsewhere, he's using Dungeon Draft, and I'm just here to help out. I mean, I'm down with whatever. Maybe we ask chat what they want us to build.
How do you draw 3D maps on paper? Oh, I know what paper you're talking about. Like the hexagrid stuff or whatever. No,
I'm actually unsure.
I bet you Peter knows.
Peter knows everything. He's been around the block.
That sounds like something up his alley.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for anything. If you want to build a random map, I'm going to steal it and use it somewhere.
Well, I was going to say, we could make something that you could use for your one-shots, which was a question I was going to ask. I almost forgot. So, all your paid stuff you do, is it a majority one-shots or campaign stuff?
Oh, almost all campaigns.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Not many one-shots.
I'm at about 13 games a week right now. and they're almost all campaigns. I don't run much for one shots and some shots.
You know, I kind of figured it'd be campaign stuff, but the more I thought about it, I was like, well, I don't know. I could see people just all pitching in for a one shot and trying it out or something.
Around Christmas, I get a lot of those like requests and stuff. It's kind of cool. This year, I ran for a family out of Texas. I ran a Christmas one shot for them. Had a ton of fun.
Wow. Peter, the question was, what's the paper with the dots for 3D drawings and map making? The name is escaping me.
I am running a Starfinder 2E one shot in a couple weeks, Cephas. So if anybody's interested, I'll have to get the link up here in a moment.
Oh yeah, do I have to like make it to where you can post them?
You might have to, because I'm cool. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Actually, for some of your viewers don't know me.
Well, introduce yourself.
I'm Jacob from Avenue Studios. Most of you have probably met Dan because he's awesome and everywhere. But I am also a member of Avenue Studios. So we do YouTube content, cover tabletop RPGs. A lot of what we like focusing on is actual plays. We enjoy like these 8 to 12 session campaigns that cover some ground, get into the characters. But that's what we do over on our channel, build maps. I'm a professional dungeon master. I run games. That's how I feed my 5 children. But not my wife. I'm just kidding. I feed her too. Do you know all these people in chat? Cal and the alien?
Glea's, well, Peter. I know Peter. Glee and Peter are the only two I knew. And
who's Peter?
Tales from Else.
No, I know. Just he was up on Wes's channel, just like.
He's everywhere, man. He
Yeah,
just showed up and he's all over. I think, see, he's got a team, and I think they're all logged in under his account.
Oh,
I think that's what's happening.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Love it.
Yep.
All right, so what are we building?
I can't decide if we do, because you don't do that many one shots. Is there something?
Yeah,
you
but
can use for
I'll throw up one shots, man.
Okay.
I'll use anything. I'm cool like that.
You got a random generator we can use?
No, I usually just make it up in my head.
Oh man, it needs to be fantasy themed because that's what I have the most assets for.
My oh man, I can message my wife. She's really good at that. Like, what should I make for a map? And she'll be like, oh, make a. Last time it was like a waterfall and a mill. That was really fun. Chat, what should we make? A fantasy map. Chat's always good for letting us know.
Make a saloon for the Nuts campaign.
I mean, I'll use a saloon.
A saloon.
All right, let's. It's been chosen, chat. We don't need your help.
So,
cool.
You use Dungeon Draft, right?
I love Dungeon Draft.
The roofs.
So I make a second layer because I use Foundry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed they have the roof tool, but I've never done anything with it.
I use it, yeah. And I use it for the second floor, or I use it as a tile image. So when people walk in, it fades so that when they're outside the building, he's sharing his screen. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. It looks to be working. Actually, it's not that far behind either, which is cool.
I've never done roof, but I was kind of wondering. I was like, well, if I made this little saloon, a town with a couple other houses for the Nuts camp, I feel like.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you just?
So do you know how to do layers in Dungeon Draft?
Yeah.
So I just make layers, and I make a roof layer or a second floor layer, and that's where I put the roofs. Now, I have done it where, like, if you have a building that you're focused on, like to say the saloon's the center, and then I have a couple of outbuildings that I don't really want to put a ton of details in, I just slap a roof on it and just say, that's a private home. Of course, they're more than welcome to still go in there, but then you're just making up a description on the fly.
But where the chat's going here, a saloon in a cursed swamp.
Cursed swamp. I like it too.
We might could do that. But what's in a cursed saloon though? Or would the saloon be normal and it's just the swamp that's cursed?
It's just the saloon's the respite from the cursed swamp.
Okay. Let's do that.
You know what's funny is I think of a saloon, I think of like Western.
Well, that's what I was saying for the Nuts campaign, which is going to be Western, but
which I am pumped about.
Yeah, but you're not going to be in it.
So, I can be pumped about it. I'm pumped about all things nuts.
Well, let's see. Cat Lord says it's going to be clickbait. Squirrel called himself a pro GM. It's good.
No, you know what he did to me is he made this. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna build a map together." Cringe. We're gonna build a map together, and he's like, "Just put your face on there." But you guys who've been here know that he is the squirrel.
Right. All right. So how big a saloon should we make? Probably wood, right?
So I mean, I don't know about your map making process, but yeah, I usually just start slapping stuff down, and then I just start editing.
Put items down first and then make a wall?
No. Oh. Sorry, wall first.
Okay.
Do you leave the shadows on?
I don't have a preference. It's what I remember. If I remember to turn it off, sometimes I will. Sometimes I don't.
You're completely good, man. So what I like to do is I like to build a map in Dungeon Draft, and then I put it into like Photoshop, and then I add in the shadows.
Ah. Fancy over here.
We ain't that fancy. Now, I don't always do that. That's only if I got time.
Yeah. I always get hung up on the floors, because...
You can do them later.
Yeah, I do have this one thing that I kind of like. I don't know if you've ever used it. So, like, you can put this floor down. In the one I want. These patterns are too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can layer it though.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, interesting. I like it. Overlays.
Yeah, I had one that was a bunch of crack.
Yeah, I had one that was really cool. When you put it across the floor, it like aged the wood.
Huh. In a different ass. But anyway, we might pour on there.
You getting your assets from cartographyassets.com?
Yeah, and I currently have Scorched and Burnt. I probably don't have cyberpunk vehicles or weapons. Matter of fact, a lot of this looks left over from the
Tiger stuff's fantastic.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, and I've used PPUs before also.
Keep that. File. Take that. There's mob. Modern stuff. Grunt got some good stuff.
Does he?
Tiger bar definitely. It's good thinking. Don't need anything modern. Green map.
Need a stable for the donkey. Absolutely. Is there a vines overlay?
Yeah. I'm sure somebody has. Whether I have one.
Now, there's some. I don't know how much map making you do with Dungeon Draft, but there is some really cool mods to it from Cartography Assets.
I have not touched it.
Yeah, no, there's some really good ones, like search bars and stuff, and like organizational things.
One thing I wish you could do, and you can only like halfway do it. So like if I put this wall down, put a floor down, then put all my stuff in there, I wish you could grab the whole thing and just as one up. I know you can. Well, you can make the prefabs of all the items, but like that doesn't bring the floor and wall, does it?
Nope. That's definitely a mod that you can get.
There's been many times I put something, I was like, I want to move it.
Yeah.
Just One.
Yeah, there's some sweet mods and scripts. There's one I have right now. When you select an item, you can use the arrow keys just to move it a pixel at a time, which is really nice. Cool, because you start getting kind of nitpicky. I'm sure you do it too. Like you start putting stuff down, and then you zoom in, and you're like, no, I just want that over just a hair
Just
more.
a pigeon. Where's the bar? Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Tiger bar.
Tiger bar. All right. What kind of bar are we thinking about here?
That's a nice big one.
Got that.
I kind of like the odd shaped one.
This one.
Oh yeah.
What odd shaped one you talking about? This one? Or
That first one. Yeah, that one.
make it bigger.
You like making it bigger? Are your maps to scale?
Nothing.
That's not how this works.
Makes you want to play The Sims? You are playing The Sims. At least when I left. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be away from the wall a little bit. Bartender. Yeah, on either side.
Yeah. You could always put a little kitchen off to the back. You can make it small. Then we gotta put a bathroom on.
Every scrap map has a toilet on it somewhere.
So do Paizo maps. One thing I really appreciate about like Paizo's adventure paths. Almost every one of them has a bathroom. It's fantastic because it's realistic. Like, oh, I'm in a castle. Where's the banyo? Exactly. I mean, just because it's against the wall and drops off into the water. We're so blessed this day and age. We don't have to deal with that.
And poop in peace.
Poop in peace. So what is the bottom right one? A storage, and then the
Yes.
top one's like a kitchen.
Which I guess it should have a door at the back too.
Peter's got a good point. The banyo should be outside, an outhouse.
Or just right into the swamp. That's what we're doing.
Right into the swamp. Just bury it. Just do a hole outside.
Floats
Put a log
downstream.
over it. Ugh. When it floods, there's questionable items going by.
And saying that can be your monster for the map. It's a toilet monster.
It's the poo monster.
Mutated from the outhouse. Alright.
He's a part of all of you.
Whoa.
You don't want to kill it, right? I mean, now it's part of you.
I don't know. I think I'd be fine doing away with him. Say, what kind of... I thought there was a stove... like all covered up.
Peter's getting into this. I love it.
Outhouse downslope from the saloon or down the road. Goes away from the town. Well, there is no town. There's just
This is like one of those random stops, right?
We actually, the last campaign we did with the mushrooms, there was a store they could warp to that was in the middle of a swamp, and it was run by an alligator and a couple of his friends.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So, like a bipedal alligator?
Yeah. He was a big old dude, man. Used to do some adventuring, but didn't anymore. And he had his 3 friends. I can't remember what their names were. One was a big muscle heavyweight. Another one was a little short, stubby, smart guy. The other one was a hillbilly.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No teeth. Half of them were missing.
That's fantastic.
It was.
That sounds like fun to roleplay too.
All right. What else goes in a kitchen? Counters.
Yeah, gotta put some sacks of goodies in there. Gotta put some like cooking utensils. They had a huge bug problem. Glee has informed us.
Had a bug problem? Oh. That wasn't bugs. It was big nasty worms.
Swamp worms.
I forgot what the big boss worm was called though. Y'all went after. The weird. It was one of those keyboard smash names.
Keyboard smash names. Does Glee ever run her own games?
No. Needs to.
Every time Michelle runs a game, she kills me. Every time.
He runs games?
No. The handful of times I've got her to run a game because I wanted to play.
He killed you on purpose.
I think so. No, she just pulls hot all the time.
Alright. Get some food on this.
Glee. I've played 3 whole games. I'm not ready.
You've played 2 campaigns that lasted 2 years each. Played every week. That's plenty of experience, right?
Oh, that's a lot of experience, yeah.
You are
She's ready to go pro.
Yeah.
I'll get her hooked up. I mean, coming from some guy that makes his living from doing this, you are correct. You ask my wife, like a half an hour before my session, I'm always like, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. I start doing the panic a little bit, and then I sit down, and once we get flowing, it doesn't matter,
Those campaigns were wearing me out. That's how it was. It's like, I'm not ready, and it always go fine. Usually,
yeah.
I don't feel like any session ever really fell apart. Cat Lord was there. He can recall for me, let me know. But I think like maybe
you can't. So I learned too. It's like you can't over prepare.
Right.
Like it's they choose their own paths.
I had more food.
I mean, onions are always a good option. Put some currants. Let's put some currants out there.
Want something to put on the table here? Onions. Just
big old random fish.
There we go. This is a big old fish. It's a swamp fish.
It's a swamp puppy.
Actually, there might be. I have this asset pack anymore.
The deer?
But no, one of the scronts. Scront had one. That was a bunch of
scront
food stuff, and it was really good. I see it.
Yeah, I like the tiger stuff. He does a good job too. I've grabbed a bunch of his assets.
Put it on there.
I mean, we could be eating snake. Make it a little small snake. Was that there's a hole in your tavern floor.
Yeah, alright.
I wish you had a catfish. That would be cool.
Scront's dining or something. Like, it had glasses, and it had some that were spilled, and it had stuff where you could kind of custom. Like, it had just the spill, so you could put it wherever you wanted instead of being stuck to an item. Yeah, it was. And they were simple looking, like stuff. Oh, how about some bread?
Bread's always a good option.
I feel like it needs to be on a different table.
A different table. Yeah. I was feeling that one. I was just about to say that. A little bread table over on the other side.
No. I don't want to fail the health inspection.
In the cursed swamp, they do a lot of that, You gotta be careful. What's the bartender's name?
That's a good question. What do you do when your players are like, what's this guy's name? And you didn't prepare one?
I mean, I got a couple of go-to names I go to, like Bob or George or Fred.
So, first campaign, there was a monk that was not supposed to play much role. He was just supposed to answer the door. And he ended up, of course, being a lot more. And I started to say Bob, and I was like, everybody expects me to say Bob, so I said Ross.
Fantastic. Not Bob, it's Ross. That's great. Yeah, no, I got a couple of go-to names. Sometimes I'll use a name generator. My wife's really good at coming up with names. Like, I just give her a sentence about the player, and she'll be like, that or what she likes to do is she'll look up. Maybe I shouldn't give away her secrets.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give it away. She'll look up like say your monk. She'd look up the word monk in different languages, and then she'd like take part of the name from like say a Russian monk name, and then mix it with like a Swedish monk name. It comes up with some really cool names.
I thought for a moment there you were about to say what I did. You'll go look up the word in a different language. Yep.
She goes one step farther because that's my wife for you. She goes way above and beyond. I appreciate it. She's probably listening.
If she is, she should go look up the
Yes,
word.
I do that.
Yeah, well, you should go look up what Bashkim means. Because I choose my names carefully when I don't make them.
I wonder if she looked it up. She might have. Cat Lord, I had this joke the other night. Oh man, what were we playing? I run so many games. It was Sandpoint Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And without giving too many spoilers, they ran into a group of these guys, and they're like, "So what's your name?" I was like, "Goblin number 3." I was like, "Yeah, not doing this." But they loved it. They were like, well, then they started the like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. Your boss, the person in charge, doesn't give you a name."
I'm gonna see if I can't find the Scrunt's food real quick. So if the stream looks like it's froze, it's.
I'll just keep chatting. Goblin number 3, Gothry. I like that. Oh, yeah, wow! I just got it too. That's good. Random goblin lore. Cat Lord? What do you like playing in? What's your favorite system? Right now, I'm running a lot of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which I enjoy, but sometimes all that crunch just makes me tired. Just because it's like, it's nice to have it because there's always a rule, you know, and you're not just like trying to guess it. But on the flip side, sometimes I just want to tell a story and the rules don't quite fit what I'm trying to say, you know. Yeah, Nuts is a great system. Fantastic system.
He did a lot of testing for it. He did.
Cat Lord, yeah. Cat Lord, I'm sorry, I don't remember, but were you on the stream when I ran the one shot? I feel like you were, though.
He's the one that gave you a bunch of cow jokes a while back.
Oh, yeah! Yes! Oh, I loved his cow jokes. Those were great. He had me rolling. That's right. I thought so. Yeah, no, it's a great system. The problem is no offense, Scrap, but Nuts doesn't pay my bills.
Oh, you brought it back. Well, that's because you haven't introduced them to it yet. That's a you problem.
Well, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Like when a guy's like, "Oh man, I can't make this weekend," I'm gonna start doing like, "All right, we're playing with some Nuts," and go from there. I don't know why you gotta giggle every time. It's called Nuts,
and I regret it. Also, I found a bunch of Scrunt stuff. I got fine dining, Scrunt's bakery.
Ooh,
should have some breads and pies or something. Scrunt's treasure. Yeah. I used to have the treasure one. I don't know if I'll use it. I wanted it.
Cat Lord, I'm not even going to read that sentence out loud. Make me throw up.
So, Cat Lord, he was there for both campaigns, and you probably know somewhere the story about how I got introduced to the system by, hey, you're going to run a campaign starting next week. And I was just like, oh. But he was super familiar with it, so he was a player, and he kept things in line a lot. He kept me from accidentally destroying the entire campain.
And it's one of those weird things where I really enjoy having a rules lawyer at the table, as long as they do it well, you know? Like,
he wasn't a rules lawyer by any stretch. I know there was times he could have used what I made and completely undid it. Chose not. So
he's a good player is what I'm hearing.
He is a good player. The mushroom campaign, they could re-roll their stats, and the way we handled that, he rolled some super low intelligence, leaned in.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
He's in.
Yeah, I heard, Glee, you made some awesome mushrooms, I heard.
Yeah, the mushrooms. So, Scrunt, more Scrunt.
And he's on that, we can find him on Cartography Assets.
That's right.
Cool. Excuse me. I feel like I've seen the name. I just haven't downloaded the stuff.
I had kept missing somebody. It was actually in a stream. I was doing a map making stream and I was needing something. They were like, "Go grab Scrunt's." It was some cliffside stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Scrunt's got a perfect thing for that. Yeah, I can even color this stuff.
Howdy, Twice Dead Mage. How's it going?
I know that guy. That's one of mine.
I don't. Wait, now so now we're claiming viewers.
Yes.
We could just share, you know.
Eh.
Like mine already came over and was like subscribed and liked. How's it going, Twice Dead Mage?
Does this look like bread to you? I didn't know I was gonna be
You
able
gotta
to
change the color.
I'll say I didn't know. I get red. Red bread.
What is red bread?
It's red velvet. Ooh, a pretzel.
This is what I was talking about. Hey, Boris Bullet Dodger.
Hey, I know that guy too.
Lots of names. Love it.
He always leaves positive comment. That's his thing.
Man, that pretzel's making me hungry, man. Paprika bread. I bet you that's actually pretty good.
Man, there's cookies?
I've been working on a stair for 3 days next to a volcano. How are you doing? So I'm trying to figure out if this is like real or not real.
He lives in a volcano.
No way.
He does not.
I was like, man, that's like sulfur and stuff, right?
I mean, he may. I don't know.
So, all right. So if you're gonna add all of this baked goods and stuff, are they baking it right here at the saloon, or is there a bakery outside of the saloon?
What do you think? You think our cook back here is also a master baker?
I mean, he could be, right?
Hang some pans above that.
Absolutely. You know what's funny about Dungeon Draft? You're never done.
Can't get nuts with it.
Nice.
Oh, here's a better up.
Yeah, we every time I do Dungeon Draft, it's always hard to be like, this map is done, because it's like I just want to put one more detail. Now that's one heck of an oven, man.
Yeah.
I like it though. Man, you're quick with that Control Z.
Yeah.
Everything just went bloop, 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 bloop. Loved it.
Here's big old
Peter's giving us a fact check.
Uh-oh. Wouldn't often have a big kitchen with a variety of food. You come in and eat whatever they happen to have that day. You just say, "Give me lunch," and they'd serve beans.
I mean, I actually love beans, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, but this is a fancy saloon, so you get the saloon atmosphere, and then you get the fanciness, right?
It's a cursed swamp, right?
It's a cursed swamp.
So maybe
yes.
the chef back here is cursed and is able to make some things he shouldn't be able to.
Like it. Maybe he has to bake or he dies.
Oh, that's the curse.
Yeah, it's part of his curse. Yeah.
And a spoon. Spent way too much time over the last few years adjusting. Brad's an expert in drafting programs. Well, I am in one drafting program for 3D modeling, call it, but it's a couple years since I've touched that. Might not be too good at it anymore.
When you use something all the time, it's amazing how like quick it hems your hands, right?
Yeah. But it also gets updated regularly, so there'd be new features I'm unfamiliar with, but nothing like goes away.
Yeah.
They don't take stuff out. They just it is actually good updates. Like, oh hey, there's something else it can do, or it improved this one thing it could already do. Instead of, hey, we rearranged the entire menu.
So, because I don't know your players, I don't know if they're a bunch of trolls, like, not your players, but your viewers here. Peter's deep on the Wild West, and I'm deep in the Ottoman Empire. Nice. Cat Lord said that you made a course, an online course for your thing.
So I did make one course for it, and that has made more money than my and books combined, in like a fraction of the time. I should have leaned into that way harder. I could have been sitting almost pretty.
Cephas. Why does it always have to be trolls? I don't know, because trolls get a bad name. But in our campaign on Wednesday, we met a friendly troll. What are you looking up now?
Shelves. Work on the storage room a little bit. I got tired of looking at the kitchen.
We gotta put some crates.
Crates and barrels. That's a store.
You know what we should do? We should write the guys from Dungeon Draft and see. Hey, they should do like a co-op version of this where we can log onto a server and work on a map at the same time. That'd be kind of cool.
Be chaotic.
I don't know if you've figured this out, but I enjoy a little chaos. That's a bar piece.
Yeah.
So you can build your own. Yeah.
Want something I can like kind of stack, make it look like a ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big shells, big shells. Yeah, building map with the viewers. Oh no. Oh no.
We've done it. I've done it. It gets messy.
Alright, I think there's some here at the top. In there. You could say that's a bag of beans.
Yeah. I believe it's labeled as a bag of coal, but you know, make it a little smaller and boom, got yourself some beans.
I was thinking there was like crates and the vanilla assets.
Yeah, there is. There is for sure.
Already. I thought they were at the top.
Now there's the tags on the left too if you ever need those.
Forget those exist.
Oh, that's what I usually use.
Alright, so here's some bags.
Sacks.
You know what I should have done though?
Done in layers so you can put some on the second shelf. I wasn't going to say anything, but now that you brought it up.
Some pro GM you turned out to be.
I was letting you letting you do your thing. This is our first time doing this work. I'm feeling you out. You're feeling me out, you know?
Poor choice of words.
I know, because my mind went right to making a joke about nuts, and I was like, nah, leave it alone.
Potatoes on top?
Yeah. Who doesn't love... potatoes are probably on the bottom. No, you can leave them there. Man, who doesn't love a good potato, though, right?
But we can redo...
Glee. I'm right here. My wife's in here, too. She might have went to bed now. She needs to go sleep.
So early.
Yeah, but she was up all night with the babies. That full moon. So is the door out the back, just like where the bartender goes to smoke his pipe?
I figured that's how they load up the storeroom. Instead of, having to go through the bar, through the kitchen.
J'adore le pomme de terre.
Alright. How do you layer these?
Well, I usually do if I remember correctly, it was like it's been a hot minute. Well, you're gonna do usage layer 1 on the bottom, usage layer 2 is the next one, then usage layer 3 if you want to do 3 here. I don't know how high you're going.
I think 2. Probably looking.
Yeah, and then you can switch back to usage layer 2. Grab whatever you want to put on the bottom.
Yep.
Grab a crate or something.
Eggs.
Twice Dead Mage asked, what's y'all favorite monster to use?
Oh, what system?
I'm a sucker for goblins, he says, and manticores. I do love me some goblins. And I actually like kobolds a lot too. I like the new lore for kobolds that they use in Pathfinder Second Edition, because they don't just follow dragons now; they follow any powerful being that will give them power, and their whole stitch is like they want to lay their clutch near a powerful creature, so there's a chance that their kobolds are born with some magical features. So it's kind of cool. I like that new feature. Ropers. Yeah, players usually hate ropers.
I think I know it.
I believe that's the stalag I was doing. The one that hangs from the ceiling, right? And it has, like, well, at least for Pathfinder. See, now we gotta be careful, because now we're mixing content here. Talking about Pathfinder and D&D. Yeah, so actually sometimes they look like a large stalactite or stalagmite, or even a pillar of ice.
Big box of pickles.
Big old I love pickles. Do you like pickles?
I like them on things.
Oh, no, just...
All right. Well, okay. Kool-Aid pickles. You know what that is?
What the heck is a Kool-Aid pickle?
Okay. I've never had one. I have no desire to have one, but apparently it is a thing.
I'm researching this right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh.
I was about to say, you might want to turn your camera off before you start barfing.
That color makes me...
Well, they come in all kinds of colors.
Oh. See, I like a good, just strong dill pickle, but you start adding these weird, bright colors. Oh.
People swear by them, man. They're good.
I've been doing Kool-Aid pickles since I was in the 90s. You don't want to add sugar. The goal is more tang.
Ugh.
That was a quick Reddit search, by the way. I've had one. They're very good. My wife has informed me.
Oh, we need a booze rack in here somewhere.
Twice Dead Mage, that is a perfect thing to say. Absolutely, I agree with you. He said goblins are a great way to teach new players that tactics matter more than stats. If you are fighting fair, you're probably losing. I think the booze should go behind the bar, on a shelf behind the bar. Unless you want to put like a barrel of rum.
No, that's a good idea. We'll have to scoot the bar out. So
yeah.
Room back there. Excuse me.
They would not keep an empty crate in the kitchen. They'd toss that in the storeroom.
Tossed it in the corner. Little goblin grunt's supposed to get to it.
Goblin grunt.
Do you put windows on your structures?
I absolutely do.
Do you? Do your players jump through them?
Absolutely, all the time. It depends on the structure, but I usually put a couple of windows. Do you not? That's fine.
Parker can tell you because he kept going through them, so I stopped putting them on there. But they always, when I put them into Foundry, you know, they come in as doors.
They still do that?
Well, when I do it, they do.
Okay, I
Like
believe they've updated it.
Okay, well, it's been a while since I made it. Yeah, if you grab the window and put it down, it thinks that's a
door. Yeah, I remember that problem. Actually, I very remember that problem.
That's why I stopped doing it, because they thought it was a door, and I kept having nope, that's a window, and they're like, oh, well, can I open it and go through it? I guess.
They don't leave me much of a choice.
Yeah, well, I made a church. It was a one-shot I did, and you know, there were just windows all down the wall, and I had to go through them, like, set them in Foundry. It's like, okay, this isn't a door, but light can pass through.
Yep. They made Foundry a lot easier too to do edit and add windows and things like that. I don't know if you've done it recently.
The past few version updates for have been pretty beefy.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it was 10, 11. They started getting really chunky.
Yeah, I remember 9 to 10 was a mess.
Was it?
Yeah. because they did a massive overhaul of things. But it's nice now. The features are only getting better. What I like about Foundries, you can keep it as simple as you want to keep it, or make it as complicated as you want to make it. All right, so I'm trying to think. I feel like there should be like a small table in the center of that room.
In the storage room?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I guess do you like your? Yes. What about like let's see. Something to slow your players down, so they gotta like climb over a table to get out if they're running out the back door.
Well, speaking of slow players.
Uh-oh.
No
Sorry.
offense, Cat Lord. So when your players run through, or like let's say, yeah, we'll say they run through a storage room, right? And you got like just crates everywhere because you're like me, and you like crates and barrels.
I love crates and barrels because
they make it look great.
Yeah.
Do they look through all of them? How do you handle that?
Single time.
Do you just say it's full of junk?
Or sometimes I'll do random tables, or like it depends on the campaign. It really depends on the group. Some groups I'm like, nah, they got nothing in it. Okay, how long do you want to spend looking through these? Is usually what I ask. Then they'll be like, we'll spend 10 minutes. I go, all right, you pop a couple crates and you find them filled with, random stuff or whatever, depending on the situation, of course. But sometimes I have like if it's like a survival group, I'll have a table, and then like I'll roll on the table, give them an item.
Now the items like old boots, rope.
Oh yeah, it's usually
cloth.
like mundane stuff.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll have them roll like a seek check, some kind of awareness or something like that, and then if they do well, I might like throw in a silver piece. What's really fun is you put like a note in there that really means nothing, but like make up a quick love note, and then all of a sudden it becomes such a focus. Now I'm giving away all my secrets.
When you're stalling.
Who's stalling?
Here's a note that you can spend 10, 30, 40 minutes obsessing over. Absolutely.
Electrum. Isn't that the highest item in D&D for currency is an Electrum? Or is it the lowest? I can't remember. It's been so long. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember them joking about Electrum a lot. The weird one nobody uses. Table.
You don't have to. You put some crates, put a barrel, just something that's not a straight shot. Like it drives me nuts when like my players get away from the bad guys chasing them.
You assume they're going to be running this. Go with a table? I can find one.
Oh man, you could have done. There was like packages back there. Could have, or something. I don't know. You were scrolling. Oh,
Yes.
wagons, chests.
Oh, no, there you go. Covered parcel.
Yeah, Mr. Mustache. How's it going, buddy? I did see your message, man. I promise you I'm not ignoring you.
He's ignoring you. He told me. There you go. You just put a big thing in the middle. They have
Right
to
there.
tie.
Yeah. And it's really nothing, but they always spend a moment, right?
Just like full of hay.
Full of hay. That's savage. I love it. It's full of potatoes.
Potato. That's right. They cut it open.
Yeah, exactly.
Knocks them over. Somebody's a gnome. They have to do some kind of check, make sure they don't get squished.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Or no,
Man,
no. Here you go. You come in here, and I don't know. But they come in here. Say a squirrel. Go away from it, and that's their hint. Like maybe they should cut it open, and if they cut it open, it's just 5 million.
Oh, big tripping hazard.
Yeah.
See, I love that kind of stuff. All right. I mean, your kitchen's looking pretty good. Don't. Let's see. I definitely would push the bar out so there's a little bit more space in between the bar and the wall for walking. Can you invert the bar image?
You can.
Make the more open side actually go to the.
There's a mirror button. Perfect.
Michelle, I like spending time with you too. Great mustache, and Michelle like fighting over time with me. I believe it's A, right, to swap it?
Yep. How you wanted it?
Well, that way, like, if they got to run into the kitchen, I feel like, like that's a quicker route. Or like they got to get a barrel, like that other place is. I'm thinking from a practical standpoint.
We like practical.
We play TTRPG.
Practically made up, right?
Yeah. All right, now there's got to be something behind the bar. Well, do they have like kegs on their side?
Should have. Yeah. Giant barrel.
Whoa. That's
the biggest barrel. Have it over here.
That's awesome.
But you got these little guys. You could use those.
Put them on like a stand or something, maybe?
I'm
just throwing stuff out there. An oil. It's a robot bar.
Oh, there you go.
Get Earled up. Now, if you put a couple of like planks underneath it or rods, it'll look like it's on a stand.
Yeah. Three of them. Two and a shelf with some booze.
Oh, actually, it looks like they might already have ones on a stand. If you go down one image.
That's the giant one.
Oh, that's that big one.
I mean, I guess you can.
I mean, you don't have to. I don't want to make more work for you. S to unsnap, by the way. Oh, you got it. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you what to do. I do this so much.
Running my stream, telling me what to do. It's fine.
So is this your first time building a map with somebody?
I've done it with Chat. Actually, Chat made a really good map. That was the Church of the Metallic Mother. That was a good one.
Church of the Metallic Mother.
Yeah, it was. They had like some robot lady that they worshipped, and it was a fantasy setting. And they needed. They were trying to build a body for this lady, and they needed the blood of a super special, super rare mimic, and the mimic was hidden in the map. There was a secret way to get to it, so I'm trying to remember how it went. If you didn't find the mimic, it would show up at the end when you accidentally wake up the boss's body, and she would attack the mimic and get its blood and become stronger. If you found the mimic, it would could stop it from making the boss stronger.
That's awesome. That's a unique situation. I love it.
I like doing those things where there's things you can do to alter the end fight.
Heck yes. Or make it worse.
Or make it.
I mean, alter does imply that it could go either way.
Oh golly, what was it, Glee? I think you were in that game because I ran the Metallic Mother one a couple times. An adventure manager was in there and just got absolutely blasted at the end. I think he was trying to pose because at the end there was a shop, like a garage where they were building this body, right? And there was a bunch of workers down there. An adventure manager tried to pose as one of them.
Yeah.
And he did something really, really stupid. Of course, they didn't buy it, so Lee and the other guy she was playing with were hiding around the corner. They just heard like a bunch of shots and fireballs flying down the hallway and adventure manager screaming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were coming up with a plan, and he decided to Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, and it did not work out for him.
That's fantastic. All right, what about a shelf or table to the south of the barrels that has cups on it?
Well, I thought we were gonna put a bunch of booze bottles. Isn't that what we're doing?
Oh,
anymore?
perfect. I was thinking serving cups, or mugs, but
we can put some of those on the bar.
Yeah, buddy. You could put a plank across both barrels with a couple of cups on top of it. The problem with that is when you had to replace a barrel, you have to pull the plank off. But it's not that big of a deal when you have an orc bartender.
I could go.
I believe that early on in chat, somebody suggested that. It could be incorrect.
Swamp orc.
A swamp orc.
Schwark.
They got like mold growing out of their ears. Swamp grass.
These are tablecloths. But you think he would have tables that go with them?
They probably do, right?
In this stuff.
Now the real question is this saloon going to have a small stage with a piano?
Well, I'm usually tempted to do that kind of thing. So.
All right. I mean, great minds think alike. I think every saloon should have a stage for some dancing.
Yeah.
Performing, knife throwing, whatever you're into.
I got a good tavern in the bill still in the chat. The next book, it's got a bar / tavern that gets visited regularly. It's got a stage. Lady that sings on there.
She was on 5 minutes ago, so she's probably still on. Oh, yep. Add some music.
Speaking of, can y'all even hear the music?
You can. I just checked. Yeah. Taverns are a lot of fun to build because you can do so much in them too, and you can make them weird. There you go. Slap some cups up on there.
Cups, and then where are we gonna put some wine bottles right here? What you think?
Absolutely.
There.
I wonder if there's a way to design like a wine rack. That seems too fancy. Whiskey bottles, right?
It is a swamp.
Yeah. We gotta keep it simple.
But that could be part of the weirdness. Like, see, we got pretzels. We could add more curious baked goods. So they could also have fine in the middle of the swamp.
It's swamp wine. Who doesn't enjoy some good swamp wine?
Thinking. So, let's... I have been building on layer 2. That's the problem. I always forget to swap my layers.
That's good, because there's layer 3.
Keep going.
Bottles of monster venom.
Oh, we can color these bottles.
Yeah, buddy.
Ketchup.
Bottle ketchup.
Hot sauce.
I love hot sauce.
But do you like hot things that just roast and burn and destroy your mouth, or do you like hot things that...
No. I like hot things that taste good. I mean, if you ask my kids, it burns their mouth, but... I have, for Christmas, a friend of ours got us these, tester hot sauce bottles, and one of them was a garlic hot sauce, and it's, this really, really good garlic sauce with a little bit of heat, and it has, it's so good.
Might be some, hot sauce you can get Glee to try. She likes the garlic.
Love garlic. Pickled eyes, always fun to find in a bottle. Man, look at all those bottles.
Yeah.
These guys are party hardy. Making me thirsty for some water. You know what, Scrat? When's the last time you drank some water, buddy?
No. Take a swig.
We're just taking care of you,
Hydrate or dehydrate.
That's right. Especially out here in the Wild West. You never know what you're going to run into.
Asperilla.
Sarsaparilla. Old Evan Williams over here. Man, this is an awesome saloon, and that's huge. This must be in a well-funded area, or are they making their money other ways?
The magical poop they keep flushing downstream sells for a pretty penny.
Magically, it turns into fake diamonds downstream. What So is this the campaign you're playing with all the ladies?
The Magical Swamp Saloon?
Yeah.
No, this is just a map.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe I could use it. See?
Well, now
We don't know when that's going to be, do we? Because...
we haven't settled. We need to get past this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Y'all got all that stuff. Because I'm starting... It's Sunday night, but I'm going to be in a campaign for 2 to 3 months with Grimwood Games. Dave.
Yeah. We love Dave over there, Grimwood Games. Good dude. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that because we played Plaguebound once.
I get to see him this weekend. I'm pretty pumped.
Oh.
Him and Wes and stuff. We're gonna be going to Page too.
Wes seems like he'd be fun.
Yeah, he's a riot.
Very colorful display right there.
Yeah, I like it. Now we gotta slap some tables down. Gotta put a stage down.
The cat on the bar.
Absolutely, you should. Got a squirrel.
We could put something for like Matt for dude to walk on.
Wow, ergonomics back in the Western days. Yeah. This guy's a
something. Maybe not.
You could do the long, skinny one.
I could. The thing is, they got a fold on the end of them.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Well, that's the ramp on and off.
All right, so we gotta figure out a floor because I want to try and make a stage over here.
How many doors are you coming into the place?
Probably just the front, right?
Centered?
Centered enough.
Is there going to be any kind of like entry room or anything like that?
Walk in and there you are.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
You walk in and everybody stares.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear the floorboards go.
Because you could do one of those ones where it's like on the corner of the. So if you went to the bottom left corner and did a 45, so like the saloon is on a crossroad, 2 main spots. Now it's not in a town. It's like a small little crossroads between 2 main routes. Hence why I'm just making stuff up, man. You can do whatever you want. I'm literally just throwing stuff out there. This is Jacob's mind when he starts building these things.
Hey, this floor, that's too bright.
Ooh, that's way bright.
But I think...
Can you change the color, though? Yeah.
Or what, but...
There's some blood stains.
Say...
Excuse me.
Cracks. Oh, no.
That's like ripples. Yeah, that was cool.
There's the cracks.
Yeah.
Do that.
You could put some where people walk the most, like by the door. You can put them wherever you want.
So this is what really frustrates me about vanilla dungeon draft here. So this floor pattern,
yeah,
love it, but it's like I wish I could have that pattern without the holes. So you think, oh, that must be this one, and you go grab it, and it's this weird.
Yeah, which that doesn't like the crisscross one doesn't even make sense because like building wise, that's not going to work.
Not work.
Yeah.
And then this one's is this all?
Hey, Scrat.
Hey, what?
I don't know. You're being yelled at.
We're missing eyes, the hag and swamp. What are we talking about? I started to work on a character, and when I showed Scrat, he was all, "Oh, I don't think important character mechanic will be in the setting." Oh, I don't. She was trying to give her character some magic, and I was like, I don't. Matter of fact, Jacob's the one that came up with the. It's from a one-shot he ran, and I'm taking that not as law, but like as the inspiration.
There was not magic in that setting.
You said there was ancient magic.
There was ancient magic, but not like your everyday person typically not going to have it.
Yeah. So.
That was just my... I really enjoyed that setting. Of course, my one-shots get a little wild.
A little less ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know who I usually get approval from is my wife. She's pretty good at that stuff.
It should be a little on the green side, like poplar wood, because it grows in a swamp.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, low magic's a lot of fun, Twice Dead Mage. Magic just complicates things.
And with nuts, like, the stuff she's wanting to do with her character, she still can do. It just
absolutely
wouldn't be magic.
Well, that's kind of like Open Legend. Like,
yeah,
you just reflavor it to fit what you're trying to do.
So there's... How are we going to do this? So I'm thinking... Hurts when I think.
I can tell. Steam is rolling.
Choo-choo. So if I have... Never mind the pattern. There's your stage.
Yeah. Put some stairs and railings and all that.
So what's the stage going to be?
The crisscross wood.
Ah!
What about that wood right there? Nope. That's too crazy. What's the darker brown one on the what about the other, like, down? There we go.
It's the same thing as this.
Yeah, same thing. Which you could do that and then put a railing up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess we can color the...
Add some shading. I mean, you could change the color or whatever you want.
So what I try to do...
Yeah, shadow it up.
Yep. Get how... Yeah.
That's, yeah. Especially once you add a railing. What really ties it in is, like, they probably wouldn't have potted plants, but if you have something that hangs off of the stage that covers the shadow, you know, like something that really, like I said, ties it in. Or when you do the stairs, have it go above the shadow.
Any good stairs?
Stairs.
Stairs.
I like them. The short wooden ones aren't bad. Yeah, but it doesn't match the wood pattern that you got going on, huh?
That I have currently. We can change it. We're not decided on it. Could just be one stair like that.
Yeah, that or off to the side. Because I could picture, picture like that.
Both sides.
You could almost do, yeah. Get some flapper girls up in there.
Ooh.
Western setting, right?
What happens if I just search music? Piano?
Piano. I think piano would make sense, right?
Oop.
Got your little stool.
Stew.
I feel like we should put a cup or a bottle or something on top of the piano. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Gotta put the piano on layer 3, right?
Well, guess I probably could have, but
yeah, too late now.
add with the layers.
It's one of those things, man. You can easily, it's like an art. You can get caught up in like every little detail, but at the end of the day, your players are just gonna have a battle royale in here.
Yeah. Have anything?
Oh man, you put up a dart. You could put up a dartboard.
Practice your archery in the middle of.
Let's be throwing darts. Yeah.
None of these make sense the way they are. Like they're all laying down. The organ.
Organs are great. Any saxophones?
I got a flute.
That's that dancing movie, right, Cephas?
Got me.
No, maybe not. No, Cephas is quoting stuff. I love it. I believe it's...
Do for railing.
Yeah, what do you got for railings? He says, whoop. My problem is I'm also not used to your assets.
Same.
Now, sometimes with the railing, too, if you go, like, a pixel or two inward and, like, just kind of trace the outside, it almost looks like it's... Gonna have to edit some points there, I think.
I missed.
Not really, though, actually.
Oh,
you're grabbing.
Ah! And then undo doesn't. I forgot. Yeah. That's so weird. Like
You can... Oh, man, you can go forward, though. You can
yeah, it doesn't undo the...
Yeah, I know. The only reason I laugh is I've done that 100 times.
Ah.
There's definitely some cool mods I should show you. I should send you that allow you to, like, when you click an area, it'll pop up on the right hand side, and it'll allow you to pick the item if they're stacked like that. Some of it's getting used to it, though, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Does that look like?
He did the restart. Yeah, it's around.
Good enough.
It works.
Good. Just put some scorch mark.
It's all burning. Ah. So what's going on at the saloon, or do you not? You're just building a saloon.
I want to build a saloon, but I mean, feel free.
I mean, it's not my game. It's your game you're running, right?
It could be yours. You can use it.
Oh, I will use it. Don't worry.
Own it.
I mean, you do own it. You're putting all this work into it.
True. I'll charge you
All right.
25 cents.
Sounds good. We're gonna put some tables.
Some tables.
You ever do like podge or like mismatched tables?
No.
Underground railroad station, like a fighting pit. I don't think those are supposed to go together, but he wants a fighting pit in the middle of the room. Catlord does. Gleeful said maybe there's an underground railroad situation.
They have a big swamp puddle back here they can fight in.
Yep, Gleeful, I'm sorry. I corrected myself.
These are going to be up close.
Of course. Woot woot. I think the piano player, he's gonna mind control.
Whoa. The piano's magical.
Yeah. But he doesn't actually know it. Like, he just thinks he's jamming out hardcore.
Honestly thinks everybody like.
Yeah. And, like, people just keep coming back because they're mesmerized. And they have to come back.
Didn't we? We did that, Glee, right?
He threw keys. Scrat had a piano goblin who threw keys at us.
Yeah. That was a mushroom campaign. Yeah.
That
was in that video I did where I compared EZD6 to a 5e and ran that fight scenario. Yeah, that was that fight.
Okay. That's awesome.
But no, there was his first campaign. There was a lady that ran a tavern and she sang and performed every night, and she was brainwashing the whole tiny little village she was in.
Nothing wrong with that. She's just using her magics.
Now that was Zark's personal quest. That was a campaign where every player had their own personal quest to go on. That was a lot of fun.
I love those. So I'm running on Mondays. I got a group. We're playing Bloodlords campaign. So we're playing in the Nation of Geb, which I just realized it probably means nothing to most of you. It's in the Pathfinder 2e's official setting, but it's a level 1 to 20 campaign, and I wrote most of them that wanted it. I asked them for like what their personal goal was, connections, something they want to do, achieve, and stuff like that. And so I wrote them all a little bit of a personal quest inside the adventure path, and then tied it into the story. It was great.
Brad, have you watched The Hateful Eight? I have not.
I have not either. That's the comedy one, right?
Is that the one with Samuel L. Jackson? A bunch of other people in it?
So we watched The Magnificent Seven.
I need to watch that one because I am a huge Seven Samurai fan.
I thought it was great because that Seven Samurai is fantastic, and I liked the Magnificent Seven version. Michelle and I watched that.
I made Glee watch Seven Samurai, and she did not think it was the worst thing she.
You ever seen 3:10 to Yuma?
I know the movie, but I'm trying. If I watched it, I don't remember anything about it.
And you're talking about the Seven Samurai from 1954, right?
The OG.
OG, he says. Michelle, put that down on our list. She keeps a list for me. She's my secretary. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn into her secretary now.
Oh.
Her doing all this editing.
Let's see, y'all just be making so much money you can hire your own secretaries.
That's how that works. Nobody else could deal with me like my wife does. All right. Put in the chairs. So I very much dislike when all the chairs are even. So I instantly appreciate you putting in the chairs.
You don't like them here.
Stop.
Here.
Stop. It's so unrealistic. First of all, if you've ever been to any place where people use chairs, you're guaranteed that one of them is not going to be pushed in. Right, Michelle? Keep it real, she said. I love that you put the random chair in the middle of the floor. Loving it. See, I don't know what assets you are, because like I could suggest a ton of things. Like you could put a tobacco pipe. Rowdy, let's go. Lethal. She's telling on you.
True.
My wife does.
But see what happens is like we'll be in the kitchen and I'll open something, using it, doing whatever, and I know I'm going to be back in there before I'm done cooking, so I just leave it open. And
Thank you.
Soon as I turn away, she shuts it. She's like, I can't leave everything open. That's because I'm going right back in it.
I found out why my wife hates it, because she's so short, and the cupboard, she can't quite see it. So if it's open, if I leave it open, like if I know I'm going back in there, if I'm doing dishes or something, she'll smack her head on the cupboard. So I've gotten better, you know.
Maybe that's why Glee hates it so much. He is also short.
Michelle and Glee are gonna have to hang out, because they're
and chat. Kristen too. She's another shorty.
Exactly, all the shorties.
Leave it in the middle of the living room. I got long legs. I gotta scoot way out.
You're killing me. She's killing me. I love it.
Dude, it's gonna be fun when we get them all in that campaign together.
I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I'm gonna be heckling in chat.
I'm probably gonna have a terrible time, but they'll have a good time.
Dan will be there producing, helping out.
Giving them ideas.
Yeah, exactly. No, these women come up with plenty of ideas. I always enjoy having a female in my campaigns because they usually think of something different.
A good croissant color.
Croissant. Actually, I just picked up some croissants. I love croissants.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Like a big worm.
Big old fat grub.
Giant croissants on the table.
That's awesome.
One slice
Do they
of
not?
bread.
Do they use plates here?
Yeah, I'm trying to find them.
I almost feel like there needs to be like a deer's head in the corner or something. Or like over here maybe. Unless you were doing the dartboard over here. Or not a dartboard. Like I said, I'm just here to make suggestions. That is a huge piece of toast, right? Is that what that was?
That is a piece of toast.
That is a
we were going to put a bunch of mugs and glasses on there.
Yeah, but I keep distracting you.
The mug, color mug should we go for?
I mean, gray, a little pewter. Nothing wrong with drinking out of little pewter mugs, right? Unless you wanted to do wooden mugs. What's the difference between those two? I always forget.
Well, it had something in it, so you can see like that pattern.
Oh, like
at the bottom. I guess maybe it's got something in it.
Ah. Michelle says we should put a jackalope. I think we should put a antlered squirrel.
Whoa.
All right, now I gotta get a squirrel antler. Or
Shrek likes it.
oh, well, that's good. So what kind of ale are they serving here? So let's think of some swamp ale names. Yeah.
Whale.
Some swale. Gleeful's in your Discord, right? All right. I'm gonna share an image over there. Oh man, Moonskull's about to start. We should. Do you know how to raid?
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, we've been at this for over an hour already. Oh, that's, an hour was all we were gonna do.
Yeah, but you're too cool to hang out with.
That's right. When do they start? At 8 o'clock?
9 o'clock. Well,
Oh.
it depends on.
In 9 minutes.
Excuse me, sir. The more powerful time of the world.
Nah,
Eastern.
I'm in God's time over here. That's how that works. All right. Yeah. So we can. I don't know how to raid, but we can figure it out.
Oh, did we lose you? What was that?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. It got like super quiet for me all of a sudden.
No, I was just saying I don't know how to raid, but I can figure it out, and we'll do that when the time comes.
Twice Dead Mage said something.
Is this for fantasy campaign or Western? Well, whatever you want, really. I mean,
all the above.
Yeah, we were thinking about the Nuts campaign, which is going to be a weird West, but I don't know. I might use it for that. Just not put it in a swamp. Something. I don't know. Maybe we'll go to a swamp. Never know. Whatever you need it to be, man.
Swamps are cool, and we haven't even gotten to outside because I was like, oh, we could put like a cart. We could put a cart stuck in the swamp on the backside. I'm about to start taking notes. Those are too perfect. Scrat.
What, the stools?
The stools.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Because we can
turn it a little bit.
Well, no, there should be one knocked over.
It's a wild bar.
Yeah. Those are the chair. I thought I had a stool. That was my.
I thought you did too. I thought it was in the base assets.
Yeah, same. This chair, it looks kind of like a small stool. Do I have
some whale ribs in the wall as a decoration?
I could have swore I had the chair that was upside down, like
the stool that was upside down
on a table.
Yeah, That's not bad. Or chariot.
But I don't know.
It's a problem, man. You keep switching your assets up, man. Yeah, because it's the chair on its side, but...
Whale ribs.
Yeah, I saw that. Weird West is cool, though. Twice Dead Mage, you ever play in like a Deadlands campaign?
You ready to run Tricube?
Do you want the truthful answer?
The answer is no. But you also have a month.
I mean, I'm actually ready.
Oh, all right. Got a map
No,
and everything?
I'm gonna wing it. No. I skimmed through the rules, and it's gonna be fun. It doesn't look like it's gonna be that difficult to run.
No, it's super simple, but like the first time you do it, it can be confusing, but not because it's complex. It's just like, I don't know, like maybe it's the simplicity that throws you.
Did you run this one?
Tricube? Yeah, I've run it a couple times, I think.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep. Tactics. Tricube Tactics is one I haven't done yet. So,
Yeah, that's
but I
what
wanted
we
us
need
to
to
play Tricube Tales so everybody was familiar with it. And then we could try Tactics and compare. So I'd like to do Tactics shortly. And
I would love to. So, did you ever play any Final Fantasy games or anything like that?
oh yeah,
Did you play Tactics?
never got into Tactics. I played Final Fantasies 1 through 10. I didn't get to play 9. But I played 10. I played
You didn't
11.
play 9?
No, I missed out on it. That was great. But I played 11, which was online. Really liked that one.
I played 11 with my buddies. We dumped way too much time into that.
Yeah, same. It was a grind fest. 12. Which one was 12?
I didn't play 12.
I'm trying to remember which one 12 was. Who was the character?
I do not remember.
13 was about lightning, and that one was terrible. And I didn't play anything after that.
The last.
Oh no!
played...
12 was the one that that pulled a few cards from Final Fantasy 11. It wanted to be a little like it. 12 was super fun, and
that was the Zodiac Age, right?
I don't know what it was, but it was actually a big influence on Kesho Nightly. Can't believe I forgot what that was, but yeah, I like 12. 12 was super fun to play. The story confused me at the time, but I enjoyed playing it.
Nice. 9 was my favorite.
I needed
Really like.
my favorite was 100% though. 2 in the US, 4 in Japan. Super Nintendo. That was the one with Cecil and Kane.
Yes. Yeah. That's a fantastic one.
That's so good. Good
So
music, good story, good character.
The whole thing was good.
Oh.
I think if I remember correctly, they remade that for the Game Boy Advance.
They've remade all those Nintendo and Super Nintendo ones a few times.
Yeah.
But Final Fantasy V never made it to the US until they started doing all these remakes, and it's really fun. Like, it has a fun system to it.
Does it?
Yeah, you get these basically job crystals that let you swap your job in and out to whatever you want. It had like red mages, green mages, blue mages, white mages.
Oh, that was like Tactics.
But I mean, it was still the same old Final Fantasy play.
Yeah.
Random battles. You're on the right side, they're on the left side. But yeah, you could just swap your job out willy nilly, and there was so many.
If you ever get a chance, I'm telling you, Tactics has the War of the Lions is a great story.
I've heard good things about Tricube. Or not Tricube. Final Fantasy.
Hey, you didn't call it Tricube Tables.
Did I really?
No, you didn't.
I did.
And when I was watching that video, man, I cracked up so much because you did it in more than one video. Like,
it's an ongoing thing. And you know what's so frustrating is this video that's going to be coming out Thursday.
Yeah.
I recorded the whole script without saying tables time. And then I got to editing the audio and I was like, this sounds terrible. I'm going to redo the whole thing. And I said Tricube Tables the first time. I got so mad.
No, it's like your thing now, man. It makes me laugh.
Oh.
Joshua Thomas said that I stopped counting FF games after 9.
Yeah. 10, I loved the story in 10. I hated playing it.
Was 10 the one that had Blitzball?
Yes. So like, the theory is a lot of these Final Fantasy games were all based off religions. That was their influence, and Final Fantasy X was Christianity. And when you look at it, you're like, oh, yes, absolutely, that is what that is. It's a really
hilarious.
fun, interesting story.
I did not know that.
Yeah. The story for 10 was good. Of course, it had the Tizanarkin theme, which is great. Just give you all the emotions.
Yeah.
So
I just remember back in the day, like number 9, watching the videos, like the motion videos, like the story. To me, I loved the story. I loved Vivi, the Black Mage.
Yeah.
My
brother played it. I missed out on that.
Man, do you play video games? Sorry, go ahead.
Who, me or Josh?
You. I wasn't sure if you still play.
I have trouble finding one I like is the problem. Because they just so much garbage these days.
Amen.
30-minute warning. Yep, I'm about to raid. How do we raid?
I'm not sure how to raid, to be honest with you. I don't know if you had to set up ahead of time. Michelle, if you're still awake, how do you raid?
We got stream setting.
Actually, Catlord, while you're looking, Catlord, I actually played that with my son, and we had a blast with that.
Stone.
Yeah, is it still? Are people still playing it?
Oh yeah. I got into the Marvel Rivals too. I dumped like 25 hours into it real fast.
Literally downloaded that today and played my first game with the kiddos. And we had a lot of fun.
So I played a lot of Overwatch in the first couple of years too. So here's my problem. Here's my problem. When I got into Rivals, I was like, okay, I'm not doing competitive because that's a problem. And I was just doing quick play. I was like, oh, this is fun. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try competitive. And ran into all the same problems. Because see, what happens as you go up the skill tier, your player pool just shrinks, and then the play style shrinks, and everybody picks the same thing. Once you get past that halfway mark on the rankings, it just funnels so hard. Like, this is not. I enjoy the fast paced and the teamwork, but like, man, it's the same team comp against the same team comp every single time.
Yeah.
And you start recognizing usernames because the pool's so small.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big competitive player to begin with. I like the story and co-op games. But that one, for whatever reason, I enjoyed it. Believe it or not, Squirrel Girl. I was rocking, man.
I do. I play as Mantis because she's super close to Zenyatta in Overwatch. That's what I mained back then. So.
I didn't play Overwatch.
It's a pretty terrible game. The higher you go into the ladder, the more boring it becomes. It happens. Yeah, that's my thing. It's just. So I haven't. Once I started seeing that funnel, I was like, okay, and I haven't. They just had. Let's do a quick Google. How to raid on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're not even live yet, so you got plenty of time. They're supposed to go live, but they're
a bunch of videos on live redirect. Okay. Once your live stream ends, autoplay, blah blah blah. Eligibility. Oh, this feature is available to creators sending a direct that have more than 1,000 subscribers. And no strikes. We're good there.
No strikes.
I think I have any. Set up your Premiere before setting up your live stream.
Oh, you must have to do something.
Remember to tell your audience. And a like that. Go to YouTube Studio. Click Content. Live tab. Cover open. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I put the link in chat. if you guys all get a chance, hop over there. Dan and Kristen from Avenue Studios, they're actually guest playing on Moonskull. They're playing Starfinder 2E, and it's probably going to be a good time. I don't know. We'll see. This is their first session. They did a session 0, and it was chaos. So I'm sure this will be better. I'll be over there hanging out and chat until I pass out because I got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But
Ew. All right, hang on. We found some. You in live control room, is that?
among others. Rude. I love the interaction they're having in chat.
Go get on a call with them here. 25 minutes. Let's see.
So for the viewers who tune in later, Scrat, we're gonna do this a couple times a month, right? That's kind of the goal.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. I think it's good. Pick up some more players.
Man with the beard and wise eyes. You know, I appreciate that. Thank you. What is the most fun session I've had? Oh,
that's a big question.
That's a huge question. Because I've had a lot of fun. Man. Fun. That's a funny word, too. Because, I mean, just as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking we did a really fun Western Pathfinder campaign on our YouTube, and that was a lot of fun. But it was a little bit more serious and stressful because they were like trying to get their dad back from a gang organization, and it's really good. It's our Outlaws of Alkenstar campaign. I have fun in all of them. We have a blast on our one shots. I mean, I've ran squirrels rescuing people, and the squirrel has dead eyes.
Was the Wild West the only Nuts campaign you did? Or
no,
one shot?
I've done the only Nuts one shot I've done. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I played with you.
That's right. I was thinking you were involved in more than one.
I have been involved in more.
You were in the Squirrel Death Squad.
I love that a lot, actually.
That was such a fun video to make too. But man,
that
it
video
took a while.
Well, that's why I asked you. I'm like, you gonna make more of these? Because this is really enjoyable.
Well, I would like to, obviously, minus the blood and gore and music and intensity, but I'd like to use a lot of those effects and stuff, the way the dice came on there, to basically do a tutorial on how to do it to play a game. But that would take so many hours to make.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Now, if somebody like Zadmar from TriCube was like, hey, I will pay you to make one of these, I absolutely would.
I will throw $1 at you.
Yeah. Be a little more than $1, but
no, I understand. Trust me, I understand.
But it would be nice.
That was a great question, though. I've just played way too many sessions to pick a favorite one. I mean, some of my earlier ones when I was more like less businessy, they were a little bit more relaxed. Now I want to make sure I'm always putting on a good show for people, or so that they're getting what they pay for. So there's still a lot of fun. I definitely feel the pressure more, if that makes sense. I had a session earlier today. We were having a blast. We were playing in a thick forest. They're playing, it's like a very druidic campaign. It's a good time. All right, did you figure out how to raid?
No. Just started putting plates down on the map. It sounds like you have to set it up beforehand.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm reading right, which is very weird, but... Oh, wait, if I just... You said they're not streaming yet, right?
They're technically not live. It just says waiting for Moonskull. So.
Do they have a countdown going, though?
They don't. They have, like, the welcome screen. Like, there's people in chat chatting away and stuff.
Okay. That's good enough. Where's, what's it called?
Moonskull.
Moonskull.
One word.
Because I wonder if I open up their stream, I can option there. It does not say they're live, though.
Interesting.
Oh, upcoming. Well, they got like 5.
It's the upcoming one. Yeah, it's the Dark Galaxy Signal of Screams Episode 1, which I didn't realize they were playing in Signal of Screams. I've actually already read that module, so I won't tell Dan anything.
Be a real fake wizard.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I have a... No, I was hoping maybe they had a button.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Rate this champ. Why they make it hard?
I'm pretty sure Dan sets it up ahead of time.
Alright. We tried. You can go over there and check it out. Hang
Or
out
not.
with some goobers. Or not. Or you could go to bed. You could make some pizza rolls and crack open
dude,
a
I've
root
had
beer.
pizza rolls in so long.
Ugh. I say I want some, but it'd probably make me sick.
Yeah, no, like it's that weird. Like at first, I was like, "Oh yeah," then I was like, "No,
Yeah. Maybe not.
I'm getting old."
Let that be a fond memory.
I'm okay with that. Hey, Scrat, I really appreciate you inviting me into this. I enjoyed this. This was relaxing for me, and I wouldn't mind doing it some more, doing some more chatting. Cool,
Maybe
cool.
have a better plan when we come in, but I think it worked out.
No, I mean, you handled me bossing around just fine.
Yeah. We'll get some roll tables next time. I don't know.
Heck
Chat's
yeah.
pretty good at picking stuff. That's how we got the cursed swamp saloon.
Yeah, I did actually take a couple of notes, so
Oh.
might have to see if we see that on a live stream with Scrat. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to playing with your nuts some more, and it's a good time, and I appreciate it. You've really worked and groomed it into a nice thing, and I appreciate it.
We're gonna have to test out the sci-fi nuts.
That one got me.
Futuristic nuts.
That one got me.
All right. Well, chat. I gotta bounce. I gotta boogie. So I got a video dropping this Thursday. It's gonna be about using. It's the argument that rules lights are no good for campaigns. So I think they're just fine for campaigns.
I could have had that conversation with you.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'll-
I don't really like where the video's at. I would like to redo the whole thing, but I put something else.
As one who has done rules light campaigns, they are very possible, but you gotta have the right players.
That too. That's kind of what I end up with at the end of the video. It's like play with
I'm
the
looking
people
forward to
want
that
what you-
video.
It was fun. I really like the Super Metroid edit I put in there. That was fun.
Did you? Nice. Your videos are always relaxing to me. I was having a frustrating day the other day, and I just turned it on, just listening. I was like, yeah, I'm giggling, I'm chilling. It's good stuff.
Do a video part 2? Maybe. Honestly, a lot of videos I'd like to do in a series, but I keep hearing that that's bad for your channel. But who knows? They also say to upload on the weekend and do all
They
these
say
other
everything's
things I don't do.
Bad for your channel.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing good you can do, so just keep doing your happy part.
All right. Well,
All right, buddy.
I will see all y'all later. Wave goodbye to the chat. Let me push the end stream button. Bye. This stream will stop immediately, and you will no longer be live. That is what I want.